Hey guys, so today I'm going to share with you my thoughts, experience, and whether or not it's worth saving the money and using the Port Canaveral offsite parking. Stay tuned. Okay, so this was the first time that we ever did the offsite parking done through Port Canaveral. I was totally against it because I am in love with just being able to pull up into the port, drop off my bags, go park my car, go on the ship, have a lot of fun, get off the ship, go get my car, get my bags, and go home. I didn't want to deal with the to and from and logistics, and just the whole thing made me dizzy. But my husband was like, okay, if we're going to do all this cruising stuff, we got to save some money where we can. So I want you to at least try this offsite parking thing and see how it goes. Well, I did, because I love my husband and I want to have a long, happy marriage, and that calls for compromise. So I gave it a try. Here is some of what I thought, my overall experiences, and at the end, I'll just tell you like whether or not it was like worth it for us. So first off, when we got there, the GPS got us there, no problems. The area was very nice and was very clean. The pull up area had an awning, so you could very easily pull your stuff out of your car and put it under an awning to keep it dry in the event of poor weather conditions. There were attendants to help you with your luggage if you needed help. And then right on the other side of this awning thing, so you had the one side for your car, and then the other side was for the transport buses. So then you moved your luggage to the other side, and then they would load it onto the bus that you were going to get on for your departure. It was a pretty easy process, no real issues there. So after my husband got the luggage out of the car and I was moving them from the one side of the awning to the other side of the awning, he went and parked. The parking lot was really nice. It was a very nice parking lot. So good job, Port Canaveral. You made a nice parking lot. There are no seating, so I don't know if that's an issue for some people. Luckily, we didn't have to like hang out very long before we were able to just be seated on the bus. I'd say it might have been 5 to 7 minutes that I was standing from the time that my husband dropped the luggage and I moved the luggage and he came back from parking the car, and then they loaded our luggage and then we got on the bus. So it wasn't terrible. There is a bathroom, there is a his and a hers, and they were okay. They were not unsightly by any means. There was some stocking issues in both the bathrooms because me and my husband both used them, and we both noticed that there were things that were lacking. I used the rest of the toilet paper, and then like I think my husband didn't have any paper towels. I also didn't have paper towels, and the soap was almost gone. And I brought it up to the attendant and I was like, hey, you kind of need to restock. Some stuff's like completely out. And he was just like, oh, okay, thanks. But then didn't go and do it, didn't direct anybody else to go and do it. So I don't know. So be aware of that. So if you need to use the bathroom, there is one there. It seemed clean enough. It didn't seem like scary. So that's good. But stocking may or may not be an issue for you depending upon when you go. So just kind of check before, you do your thing. So from there, we got onto the bus, and we had a lovely bus driver. I believe her name was Penny. She was so much fun. She had this very light, bubbly personality, and each of the drivers have like their dedicated bus. and they decorate them and everything. It's very, very cute. And she was the one that actually put our luggage into the bus. Her bus, the luggage goes into the front of the bus. Some of them go in the back of the bus. And the driver is the one responsible for taking your luggage on and taking your luggage off for you. They all had, you know, tip buckets, clearly marked, clearly hanging out there for you to see. I'm guessing that's part of how they make their money. I don't know all the details with, you know, how they're paid or whatnot, but I'm assuming that tipping is the standard in that industry. Like I said, this was our first time. So we got on the bus and we were hanging out, and it didn't take very long for our bus to fill up, and we were on our way to the port. And it was a nice, enjoyable ride over to the port. I had some lovely bus mates, very sweet 10-year-old young man sitting next to us. He was a joy. Once we arrived to the port, it was a very easy process. You know, she let us know exactly what the plan was. There was no like not knowing or being unsure. She says, everybody just sit tight. I'm going to get all the luggage off the bus, and then I'm going to let y'all off the bus. And so she did. She got all the luggage off the bus, and then we all got off the bus. And it's not like a big bus or anything. It was like 15, 20 people. So it's not like a big bus or anything. So it didn't take long. So we tipped her. You know, you do you. I don't want to get into the tip, don't tip, how much to tip. I think that, you know, you should do what makes you feel good. Just be nice. If you don't tip, be nice. At least say thank you, because manners count. So we got our stuff. We tipped our driver. We told her thank you very much, and we enjoyed the ride. And we proceeded to check in. Before check-in though, there were porters out there with the big luggage racks, and they were there to take our luggage to put on the ship for us. We also tipped them as well. They loaded up our luggage, and we took our carry-ons and went on our way. So that was the entire process from start to finish, from driving to the Port Canaveral parking and getting to the port. Now we're going to reverse it. So we got off the ship, we collected our luggage. Well, this time we actually took our luggage off. We didn't do the whole put it out the night before thing. That was a new thing for us too. We walked down to the area we were told to go to from Penny, our previous driver. She showed us exactly where we needed to go when we had left her on our embarkation day. So on debarkation day, we already knew in our minds where we needed to go and what we needed to do and what to look for. So we did, and we had no problems. We walked right on down, and we were able to get right on to a bus, and they loaded up our luggage for us. This was a backload bus. I do not remember the driver's name on the way back. He was very nice as well. He had his bus decorated as well. Now on the disembarkation day, so headed back to parking, they have a timer. So from the first person that gets on the bus, they set a timer, and you only have to wait whatever their minimum wait time is before they let that bus go, regardless of full or not. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I was like thinking, man, you know, here we are. It wasn't like a bunch of people coming or anything. And I think 2 other couples had gotten on the bus with us. So the bus was like half full or less than half full. It was not a big bus. This bus was smaller than the last one. But yeah, they were just like, okay, well, the timer's clicked. You know, we've sat here as, you know, this many minutes. And he didn't say how many minutes, but he's like, oh, we've sat here the minimum time since the first person got on. So we're ready to go. So we're like, all right, cool. So it didn't seem that long. I think maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Didn't seem that long. But anyway, so we, like my sound effects, I'll do it again. Went to back to the parking area. It was, again, a nice, enjoyable ride. We did get caught by the drawbridge, but that was no big deal. That's always kind of fun for me. It doesn't annoy me or anything. And we got to the parking area and we got back to the awning, and they took us off the bus, took our stuff off the bus. We gave him a tip. We told him thank you. And my husband went and fetched the car, and I slid the luggage to the other side of the awning, and he drove up, and we put our stuff into the back of the car, and off we went. So, is it worth it? Okay. So I admit, my husband made a good call. In this instance, I would do this again. I didn't hate the experience. I didn't love it, you know, but it was not a bad experience. So for the cost savings, and you have to, I will put links in the description box for this site. You will have to compare for your own cruising. And, you know, this is just Port Canaveral and the Port Canaveral parking. There are other parking magical things that you can do. And I have no information about those because I have not done those. But Port Canaveral, I can speak to. I would do it again. And because of where I live, Port Canaveral is our port of choice. I can get there in about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes tops, unless something crazy is going on and y'all need to stop messing with my traffic. But it was a pretty good experience for the cost savings. So I would recommend the Port Canaveral one that we did and their system. I think it was really good. The buses were clean, the parking lot was nice, and our car sat at that parking lot during Hurricane Ian, however you want to say it. Don't fight with me. Our car had a little bit of, you know, leaves, grass clippings on it. The car was fine. All the cars in the parking lot looked fine. So maybe we got lucky. I don't know. But it was fine. No flooding, totally fine. And I was concerned, but it was fine. Everything was fine. The drivers were nice. The area we were using to get from our car to the bus, all nice, all fine, all clean. No real complaints, minus them in that bathroom stocking, caring, not caring kind of mojo I was getting there. But aside from that, I think it's worth the cost savings that you get. So again, all the description, all of the information will be in the description box below. Mindy words. I'm gonna get this. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, drop me a comment down in the box. I'm here for you. I will answer your questions. And as always, please subscribe. Join me on this journey. I want you with me. I want to share all of the stuff that's up here in my head and all the things that we try to help you have a better vacation trip. Maybe save you some money. Maybe point you into something that you didn't know you wanted to do. And until the next time, guys, shake a tail feather.